let's just jump into what the big news is for our family and for the entire sprint car community. The 2025 class of the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame class of 2025 has been announced, and of course, we're excited to have your brother, my uncle, the late Davey Brown Jr., finally inducted to the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame. Take it away from that, Dad.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's a pretty cool honor, and thanks to you for really putting that whole thing together and getting it rolling. It's well deserved, and uh, maybe a little shocking he got through on the first bout. Maybe not so much. I mean, it's he was pretty great at the time, so that's pretty exciting. That ceremony is held at May 30th and 31st in Knoxville, Iowa, which coincidentally, the 31st is my dad's 91st birthday. So dad is planning on going out for that. I'm already looking at flights and hotels to get out to Des Moines, and that's going to be pretty exciting. That's really going to be a neat experience for sure. We didn't get a chance to go out when Dad was inducted. We didn't have a chance to make it out for that. My mom was not doing real well, so we couldn't go. But so consolation prize, I guess we get to go out and celebrate Davey getting in.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I think it was, I don't, well, we didn't hear anything about it since we sent that nomination in and everything, and we uh, weren't sure if it got through or what the results were of the class being announced. But yeah, again, and I think we all were surprised, but we also weren't surprised that he was inducted for this. I think it was. I'm just glad finally we put together an initiative to have this happen, and we've had this show now. This is the third season, and it didn't hurt having Mr. Bob Baker, the director of National Sprint Car Hall of Fame, on here either. And luckily, he was able to explain how the process worked, and he was uh, so courteous with his time. And I actually sent him an email after we found out about that, and he even responded back. I know he's really busy, so to just have just that communication with him, that was awesome. So uh, top class act from the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame, and we definitely appreciate everything they've done for our family, and now even above and beyond with Davey getting in. The other class of 2025, just to not leave them out either, and you know a couple of these people that were inducted as well. Craig Delansky, Damian Gardner, Todd Schaefer, Don Ott, Carlton Relmers, Steve Sinclair, and Kenny Gritz. So I know you know a few of those names that got inducted.
Yeah, I didn't know Craig Delansky or Damian Gardner, the Demon Damian Gardner. You think of the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame, and right away you think wing sprint cars. But Damian Gardner was a great non-wing sprint car guy, so that's cool to see him get in. Craig Zelansky was on the Outlaw Tour for a long time, and then Todd Schaefer, long time, Pennsylvania superstar. Kind of interesting. One of those things. He and Lance kind of started about the same time coming up through, and so they had some hellish battles between those two. And it's funny. There's probably a driving style difference. Todd Schaefer was a stomp and steer, balls to the wall, sticker up on the wall, and go type driver. Where Lance was probably more of a finesse. So you definitely had the they called Todd Schaefer Mr. Excitement for a reason, which he was. You weren't going to run it or any harder than he was. So congrats to him getting in. That's well deserved. And then Don Ott, longtime championship and sprint car engine builder, from Pennsylvania. So that's definitely one. And the other two, I'm not familiar with who they were, but I'm anxious to go out there and we'll learn their stories as well.
Carlton Relmers looks like he has been a business partner with the World of Outlaws for over 30 years. So he's obviously been affiliated with the World of Outlaws. Um, and Kenny Gritz, he won the Knoxville Nationals back in 1969, so a long time ago.
Okay.
So yeah, so a lot of history that we'll be able to see. Still looking at the flights to go out there. Got to fly uh, randomly to, what is it, Iowa City, or is it Des Moines? There's only two cities that are in Iowa,
Des
really.
Moines.
Yeah, so you go to Des Moines, and then you drive out to the middle of nowhere, and then you keep driving to go, and you go further into the middle of nowhere. Then you'll bam right into the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame. So that'll be really cool. The ceremony, obviously on Pop's birthday, I think that's really cool. It just happens to fall on that day, and it just seemed right that it's happening with Davey getting inducted. So it's really cool. I don't know if we didn't put this together last year, and the help of Dawn, obviously my aunt, helped put everything together. None of this would have been. He wouldn't have even been inducted, because I don't think anybody's even sent his name in to be considered for it. Clearly, it's not terribly hard to just send in a name, and then they just vote on that name, as long as they do the committee does the research on it, and if it's well deserving, they get inducted.
Yeah, I didn't know what was involved. I didn't know it was something that, knowing what we know now, I probably should have sent it in, years ago. But yeah, when you found out, we were like, hey, just, write up a biography and then send it in, and then they vote. And it was kind of interesting having Bob on the show and learn about their process. They have members who vote all across the country, so not one area generalized. So it's one of the things that you probably got to be well known across the country to get in. So that's it's a big honor. I'm really really looking forward to it. I've never actually been to Knoxville when they had the Hall of Fame. It wasn't there last time I was there. I don't think. No, I don't believe it was. So that's going to be cool just to experience that, and then everything else is the icing on the cake. So that's going to be a fun time. The one thing that would make it better is if it would happen to be during the Nationals week, but there's just so much going on for that. I can completely understand that.
That, or if there was some racing going on for
they got
them,
some non-wing stuff going on, which those cars are going to fly around Knoxville. That's going to be pretty fun to watch.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's at least some entertainment to watch there.